Hey, come on. Come on. Hey. What? Here we go, here we go, here we go now. Hey. Let's chit chat, this is the show now. Come on. Bad black mama's gonna let you know now. Hey. Here we go, here we go, here we go now. Come on. Let's chit chat, let's chit chat, hey. Let's chit chat, sis. Hey, what's up? Let's chit chat, let's chit chat, let's chit chat, sis. Hey.
What's up, ladies?
Hey, girl, how you doing?
How you doing?
Hey,
That
hey.
sounded real country, didn't it?
That's that southern drawl.
I
Where you get that
know,
from?
no, that sounded really country. When they said, how you doing? I was like, damn, I think
We got to keep our Philly stance, girl. Don't play.
I know that's right. That was really, how you doing? How y'all ladies doing?
We're doing good, girl.
I'm excited. I'm ready to get this topic started for this evening.
Yes, and you know I'm ready.
This is a hot topic, and we are back on the porch tonight bringing the hottest topic with the best conversation. But before we get started, I just want to do my little icebreaker because, I am the internet guru troll. I'll say a troll because I operate the internet. And this one is really a good one, y'all, because it leads right into our topic tonight. Because my girl Mel is going to lead this topic tonight.
That's right, baby.
I'm going to sit here and I'm just going to have questions and I'm just going to look at you. But before we get started.
That's what you think.
Oh my God, wait a minute. I'm ready to slide down on the floor right now. But before we get started, we have a hot topic tonight. Now, this is an NBA's, he's like NBA star. He has 2 kids that are in the NBA. Del Curry, we all know him. I mean,
oh yeah,
raised his kids, and his kids are doing wonderful. He has a beautiful wife. This week, they're getting divorced. He fine, but she gorgeous. He fine, and she gorgeous, and they getting divorced. So it's a whole lot of stuff going on there.
Mula, mucho mula.
Yeah. So nobody knows why they're getting divorced. It's just rumors that both of their asses were cheap. Okay, both. Okay, not one, but both. Okay, so yeah, so
just messy.
Yeah, it's probably gonna get really messy before we really find out who's gonna get all the moolah. So
she gonna get it.
Yeah, she
gave them kids. It's going down.
Yeah, but who's gonna get her? That's gonna be the question. Because 30 years, he looks like he has 30 years on him. Mine is probably 5. I get, he's running into the silver fox, kind of dude. Everybody wants
balls dripping down to the back. I feel you. Okay. I'm telling you this.
She doesn't look like that. She looks like and she doesn't look like she's been pulled a snatch. She looks naturally beautiful.
Well maintained.
Very well.
Maintained.
Go ahead, my sister.
That's right. So the question is, do you stay with somebody because 30 years you invested in a person? Or you say, hey, I'm hanging it up and I'm just going to take my risk and go out here and just start life over. But I'm going to give up my beautiful wife because, I'm just not going, it's not worth the investment anymore. Because that's the correct question that's going around now. Because, it's like Twitter feeds and saying, Del, keep your wife.
Yeah, he needs to. Because he about to be paid. He about to be on a play for pay. He about to be on that program.
Oh my God, that's what they said. That's what they said.
He about to be on that program. She's fine. And I seen him and he is not anything I would look at twice, even at my age. So at the end of the day, he need to keep his damn wife. But you know what? I think she's gonna be the winner in this. She's gonna get money. She's giving him children. She's dedicated her life. She's been in the background. She's been the supportive role. I really believe that he's losing. He's losing out. These damn young girls ain't out about nothing. They don't even know how to cook a damn egg. But I bet you she can cook. You know what I mean? I bet you she can cook. She can keep him happy in the bedroom. And he fuck it up. And she probably dressing up. I'd be willing to bet you she did everything she could to save her marriage, because that's how we do.
Because
You know,
she
as we get
30 years in? Oh,
30
man,
years?
she done pulled out all the stops.
he didn't have
Exactly.
and everything. You know, it's all kind of shit was going on with him because he was in the NBA. Remember, he was in it. So she got a history going with him and raising two boys who's now
Right.
in the NBA. You know, themselves doing well. So, you know, she got all that history rolling on her, but he's giving it up because she's divorcing him. Like, do you fight for that? Or do
hell
you just-
no. What you want that old saggy balls for? You a fine 50-year-old woman, and you can go out there and get you some young ding dong, and you ain't got to worry about the balls swinging back and hitting you in the belly from the back. No, ma'am.
Okay,
Let that motherfucker go. Let my people go.
play the devil's advocate too, Mel.
If he's
What's she
smart,
getting
he better
into?
fight for it because she already made her mind up.
Yeah,
She
she
did all
does.
her fighting.
That's what I'm saying. But play the devil's advocate. What is she getting into? 'Cause
She's about to.
these young,
Well,
these
I'm-
young boys out here too. Because think about
Yes,
it.
ma'am. I'm about to tell y'all all about that thing right there.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
you know
So
what?
do we-
She's traveling in a different circle though. She's traveling in circles of celebrity. So that's different. You can get anything you want. That's just like the smorgasbord. Like imagine going to a place and they've got lobster and crab and filet mignon and petite fillets. And it's like, fuck, I can live here. I can live here. You got vegetables too? This is like, she's in the smorgasbord. She's in heaven. She's fine. And she's still at an age where the pussy get wet. She ain't got to work. Listen, trust me. She ain't got nothing to
She's
worry
about to
about.
be living
He's
her
losing.
best life.
He's losing. He better pop a blue pill every time he get one of them young girls, because otherwise he gonna have to pay.
And you know
That's
what?
me.
They ain't gonna bring him nothing but misery anyway.
And a baby. And a
Right,
baby.
they're looking
It's
for
a check.
quick come
somebody
up.
gonna bring a damn baby. You know somebody gonna bring a damn baby.
Somebody gonna bring a baby.
They gonna bring it, and then that's gonna be his ass right there. Once they bring
Yep.
a baby, oh my god, you
You're
know
gonna be starting from scratch.
Brad, and he's gonna be on a reality show, all kind of shit.
They've been married for 33 years.
Oh my
Imagine, you know what? The thing is, is this too late to leave? Like she probably has
That's the
been
question.
miserable for a long time.
yeah.
And these men ignore their women. And so we look up to them and we give them adulation. But at the end of the day, we really haven't thought about what their real true relationship is like,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
She's not just divorcing him because she look at him in the middle of the night, decides she want to put a pillow over his face and smother his ass just that night. That shit been going on for a minute. You know what I
Been
mean?
brewing
One
for
night,
a lot of those 30 years.
you been thinking about that
She got
shit
a
for a
story
minute.
behind it. I'm telling you, she got a story behind what's going on there. I mean, she got some misery to talk with them divorce papers. So it's
Well,
just
you can
not
see it
something-
in her face. You can see it in her face when she was on Red Table Talk one time. She was looking
Yes.
like, y'all young motherfuckers don't even know what y'all getting into.
Yes. Did you see her when she was on there? But I thought they were happy. Didn't you think they were happy though?
No, I thought on her face, you could see it. What do you think, Aisha?
A little bit of both. Like that's how it is though. We look at them and we just assume, you know, just because they have money and everything, all that glitters
Right.
ain't gold. Like, you know, she looked happy, but at the same time, you know, we never know what's going on behind closed door. It wasn't like
Yeah.
genuine, like, oh, my life is wonderful. Like I'm in such a good place right now. She definitely wasn't giving off that vibe.
She was giving off, I'm fine as fuck. That's what I got.
Yeah.
Now y'all go back and look at that Red Table Talk. She was giving
Look at
off,
that
I'm
again.
fine as fuck. I'm the matriarch of this family. And
Yeah.
she wasn't even talking about that motherfucker for real.
She wasn't. She
Go
wasn't.
back and look at it.
I looked at it today and you know, and I said, I was like, wow, but the red signs was sitting right
They were there.
there.
Right there.
Sitting right there. But the first time I looked at it, because I guess I didn't know she was heading for divorce, I didn't see it. But
I saw it. I only watched it once and I saw it right then. And I was just like, okay, this is a bitch that is like, you could just see like how she was moving around and they were all saying how she was the matriarch and she was this and that. And it was so great. It was a good episode,
Yeah,
but you could just see her movement like, fuck that nigga. Ooh, sorry.
Yeah.
You know, fuck him. She just was on she was on her own shit. and you can see it back then. I'd be willing to bet this divorce is not more than 3 years in the making.
Well, they said that. They said she was wanting to file for a year now.
Okay.
So this was in the midst of the red table talk.
Okay, there you go. There it is.
But well, all I gotta say on that note is good luck, Dell, because your swinging balls is really gonna need that Viagra, and your wallet gonna be empty because between her getting her half and those young girls scraping up the rest, your ass in trouble, Dell.
Somebody coming back with a baby, because I be willing to bet you somebody.
You better go tie a knot in the balls, because I'm telling you, he come back with a baby.
He better get that
done. He gonna be like Beyonce dad. Remember Beyonce dad broke
yes.
up with Tina and didn't start having kids? What's with your old ass having kids?
Right.
Like what in the world? Somebody nasty will have some kids with your wrinkled ass. Damn, I'm done. What's wrong with you? And that's gonna be his ass next year. And they're gonna be in front of the Breakfast Club, like.
But men can do that. You know, women can't.
Let them do it.
Oh, I hate that shit. That is the worst. It's so unfair to the kids. Like your old ass. Like, what are you gonna be doing when they're 7, 8, 9, 10, wanting to do stuff? And
what about
you gonna be in a wheelchair, sitting there in the stupor?
What about when you were in high school, looking like you grandpa at the graduation?
Right.
Girl. I was at Aisha, you probably remember this person, and it was her mother. And I don't know, I think her father was probably older. But back in the day, think about who I'm talking about. Her mother was 65 and she was young. She was very young. And her mother said, do you remember who I'm talking about, Aisha?
I have to think about it.
And she was crazy as hell. She was wild. Michelle, remember Michelle? No last name.
Yeah,
her mother was
That's because it probably was some old sperm and old egg make an old crazy person.
Well, the sperm is new, but the egg old as a motherfucker. Egg is 65.
It's age 65. You set yourself up to have craziness. You know what I mean? Really?
Yeah. Really? So I could see him being pushed around like a babbling, bumbling fool by somebody baby graduating high school in 17 years.
17 years. Well, let's get into our topic, because you know he probably gonna be on the scene too. Maybe he'll tune in and you can give him some words of advice. Because we gonna talk about online dating.
Come on over, Dell. Let me talk to you about online dating.
Go ahead, take the floor, because I'm getting ready to sit back and chill now.
All right, ladies, listen. Tonight you are single. I know you guys love your husbands.
Okay.
I know they're very supportive, but tonight you're single. So listen, all questions are about single ladies. Okay, so let's just get into it. Okay, what do you think about online dating?
Scary.
What do you think, Aisha?
I have a couple of friends who had done online dating. Most of them got married to someone that they met dating online. So my experience through them is almost all positive. I cannot imagine. That is so not my vibe. You know, I thrive off of interaction. So I can understand, you know, starting a conversation there, but we would have to get offline real quick for me, because people can lie. They, you know, I feel like it can be a waste of time. I know I've heard stories, seen stuff online, people like, oh, I was talking to this person for this extended amount of time, only to find out that they weren't who, you know, the person thought that they were.
What's that? Fish cat?
Catfishing.
I don't have time for that nonsense.
Okay, well then, Aisha, according to one of the leading image consultants online, you're gonna die alone, boo. Now remember, you're single tonight. You're single. Okay, so we've got Tinder, Match, eHarmony, POF, which is Plenty of Fish, Silver Single, Zeus, Ashley Madison, OK Cupid.
Y'all better take notes.
J-Date, Talkafy, HUD, Hilly, Her, Elite Singles, our time, dating.com. Boy, let me tell you something, and be naughty. When I tell you there was no shortage of the names of single sites, although I'm still motherfucking single. Okay, I'm gonna just tell y'all a little story. Tell y'all a little story, and I want y'all to tell me. Then we're gonna talk about thoughts. Okay.
Let me grab my lemonade.
Right, get your lemonade, girl. So I decided that I'm gonna go online. Like one of my friends is like, go online, do some dating. Da, 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 da. You know, my homegirls, they hype me up when we're at work at night. Nurses are perpetually single, right? For real. So they're like, come on, girl, you can get on, whatever. So I go online and I decide I'm gonna do some stuff. So I meet this guy online and he sounds cool. And so we start talking. And the first thing guys always want to do when they get online is they want to get your number right away. But you ain't said shit to me in this app that makes me want to give you my number. Mm-hmm. So this particular guy, we chit-chatting back and forth. He did the right thing. We chit-chatting back and forth. And then he decides, let me get your number. I said, well, let me get your number. I'll give you a call. So I call him. And then we're talking. And it's just one day, like literally one day. Mm-hmm. The first day we're talking. The next thing I know, this motherfucker is on the phone and I can tell he's jerking off.
Oh my.
Yes, he is. Yes, ma'am. He's jerking off. And he's like, oh, your voice. And you know, my voice sounds so hard. I'm so fucking Philly. You like my ratchet ass voice.
Of all the things he could have said, not the
You ain't jerked off in a long time. So he's on there jerking off. So mind you, I go with the flow because I've never done this on. Listen, I done been a madam. I done been a whole lot of things, but I ain't dating online. Dating online is a whole nother program, right? So he's online. He's jerking off. So we talking. So I say, okay, let me call you back because something happened. So or maybe I just was trying to get off the phone. But anyway, he calls me and says, what you doing the rest of the day? And I said, like we don't, like he's smoking a cigarette and just had a good orgasm. So I said, I'm not doing much. He said, you want to, we had already discussed that we lived close to each other. Uh-huh. He lived, by car, maybe 5 minutes away. But he had said something to me like that, guys don't realize they let on a lot of stuff in just general conversation that women are just like, what? He said he was renting a place, like a room or something. And I was like, really? That's not the motherfucker I want to fuck with, that you rent in a room. Not saying you can't be in between places, but that's not who I want to play with. So he says, you like, I was thinking about throwing some stuff on the grill. I said, okay, that sounds good. Okay. He says, you like salmon? I was like, yeah, depends on who cooks it. This motherfucker tells me he wants me to go to the store, get the salmon, and bring the pussy.
What the hell? What the hell?
That's what the fuck you dealing with online.
A whole lot of nerve.
Okay, so you've been invited to a pussy date, and you got to bring the food. What you gonna do, Aisha?
I fucking go.
Well, that's what I did. I didn't go. What you gonna do, Aisha?
Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
No way. Ain't no way.
No way.
I gotta give you my pussy and feed you too.
Right.
Exactly.
Bring the groceries. Like,
And he didn't have no shame in saying it. I went through this whole thing. I thought he was like, okay, well, you can stop at the store. I was like, wait, what? And I had to tell him, because I had told him I was from Philly. And he was obviously from New York because his accent. So when he said that, I said something, oh, you got me fucked up. And he was like, uh-oh, he come to Philly.
That's what he said. They be waiting on it. They be waiting on it. Uh-oh, here it come. Or you just ask for it, you get ready to fucking get it.
When you have to fucking get it.
Right? He begs for that.
Like he begged for it. And he was showing his dick online.
Oh, hell no, shit. Everybody, he a community dick. What the hell?
Right? No thanks.
No. He wasn't showing his dick like in the pics. He was showing his dick to me. Well, it was nice. It was nice. Now I ain't gonna lie, it was a nice looking dick. But he wasn't about to. He's not about to get no. I'm not about to take my car over there and get no damn groceries and fuck him. You got me fucked up.
Oh my God! What in the world? See, that's
what's going on out there online.
That's what you guys have to deal with. But remember, tonight you're single. There's no Keith. There's no Alex.
Okay, I gotta think hard. Woo, 'cause I got
So answer the questions appropriately,
I
okay?
ain't gonna make it out on the internet.
You said I ain't gonna make it.
I ain't gonna make it, not long at all.
I ain't gonna make it.
So
Listen.
I think this is the decision folks be making, like, oh, my 30 years, or am I gonna be out there on these internet streets?
Right. Okay, you ain't for the streets, Aisha. I know you ain't for the streets. Okay, so what are your thoughts on dating apps? Do you generally think they're all about casual sex? Because they purport that they are all about love, finding love, but many of them are about casual sex. There are sites like Tinder, Zeus, Plenty of Fish. And I don't remember that one, the black one. It was a black one. I can't remember. Remember, Aisha? It was big in Philly. Oh, Aisha probably don't remember. I'm talking like she know. She's like, what? It was
Plenty of Fish don't sound too rubber.
They had Black People Meet. That's one.
Yeah,
of them.
Black People Meet.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was, so what do you guys think? Do you think that dating apps are more for finding a relationship or casual sex? Or do you believe that it is possible to find love in a dating app? I know it is, but what do you really truly feel like when you're on there, or if you're on there? You're single now.
Okay, well,
You're looking at these sites, you're looking at Tinder, you're looking at Match, eHarmony, Plenty of Fish, Zeus, Ashley Madison, OkCupid. What are you looking for?
I
Looking
think
for sex?
for me, it's a 50-50 split in terms of like how I judge them. I feel like some of them do a better job than others, making the distinction a little clearer. I feel like Tinder, if you're on Tinder, you try to hook up.
It's a hookup.
Yes, if you're on some of the other ones, like they have the little Christian mingle. All right, well, let's hope the saints ain't on there, trying to hook up or whatever. But they do have some that appear to be a little bit more upscale. So I would say that it's 50-50 split for me. I'm not gonna say everybody on there is trying to, hook up and take everybody to bed. I would say 50-50.
I just want to let you know that on Tinder, they say that 30% of Tinder users are women, and they won't admit it. Isn't that funny? So
Well,
women are looking to hook up just as much as men. We're really looking to hook up as much as men. What do you think, Kim?
Absolutely. I think that first and foremost, if I'm on an app, I probably would feel more secure because then I got some kind of running log to find out who this fucker is or whatever they are. That's really important to me because think about it, because people just be making up shit and I'm going to sue the app if something happened to my ass. That's probably where my mindset is.
Right. Which brings me into my safety topic.
Yeah. That's huge for me. Like if you come here and your ass is put on here, you are all right, brother. You don't have this criminal record or whatever, and come to find out you just a serial rapist or whatever. And this, I'm going back to the dating app. You know what I mean? I came here for a such way to find a man. You know what I mean? We're women. We think a little bit more differently. But let me not say that because I think the younger the generations are going, they are a little bit more front forward with, how if you want to fuck, you want to fuck. That's whatever it is. But
they get down on the program. They ain't leaving nothing to be guessed at. They like, we fucking, that's what we doing.
Yeah.
So when it comes to safety, I want to tell y'all a little quick story about something that happened to me. It was so funny. I was on a dating app, and so I met this guy, and online, I never seen him in person. And he always used to hang, like I was working hospice, and I would go to work at night on the weekends, and he would call me, and then all of a sudden he'd have to hang up at a certain time. It was real random. Like he had to, it was like, what time I was getting to work? It was almost 7:00, right? So he almost be acting like he had to hurry up and get off the phone. So then one day I was on my way to work and we were talking, and I decided to stop and get some food. And he's like, so what's your deal breakers? And I was like, and this just came to my mind. God is good. Thank you, Jesus. And so I was like, look, we praying in the middle of this thing. I said, well, I wouldn't want to deal with somebody who's like, I don't even know why I said this, in jail and pretending not to be in jail. Right? And he was like, what do you mean? And I was like, like he's on a furlough. He's like on a furlough. And, I don't know why I said this. Right. And he's locked up. And he said, oh, listen, the motherfucker said, oh, then you probably don't want to deal with me. And I thought he was joking. I said, huh? Huh? He said, yeah. And then we had been talking for like a week, chatting. He never once mentioned it. He started telling me this whole long drawn out story. Bottom line, this motherfucker was out by day doing his business and in jail at fucking night.
At curfew.
At curfew. And I was trying to figure out, why are you even trying to date? Who are you even trying to date? Like, I guess bitches like me.
Daddy, what?
He's trying to get a home when he get out. He gotta tell the PO where he lives. He gotta have a home when he come out.
No, he owned a house. He owned a business. That's why they were letting him out. So he was able to go out and do his business during the day, but they were making him go to jail back at night. And I was just like,
oh, well, maybe it's a white collar crime. You know what I mean? So
it was a stupid crime, but I just wasn't fucking with him.
Yeah, that's a deal breaker. Like,
absolutely a deal breaker. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I felt like it was a safety thing, because I was like, you didn't even tell me that in the beginning. That's something you should have said in the beginning. Because I'm like, you in jail? You should be talking like, because you start thinking about all kinds of criminality and whatever. You don't think about like white collar crimes.
Yeah,
you think about he done smothered this bitch and yeah.
So I didn't happen to like a secret wife at home or something. You are in jail,
right? Like you
criminal
record with that.
I don't want to judge people and things like that. But I should have a choice if I want to fuck with the criminally minded. You know what I mean? That should be my choice. If you don't tell,
exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying now. Yeah, well, go ahead, Mel. That was a.
So my question now becomes, so now that's a safety issue for me, because he didn't tell me that up front. So that made me feel very insecure. Now, I'm not saying that people have committed crimes are all bad people. What I'm saying is that I didn't feel comfortable because that wasn't something that he disclosed early on. I think that's something you tell me the first week, like, look.
Oh, that's right.
Day.
You tell me that the first day. I'm not going to be able to meet up with you at night because this is what's going on in my life right now. But I'm looking for love and,
and you might have would have appreciated that.
I would have.
It could be something. Hell, how he in jail and it's some kind of tax thing he got locked up for. You know what I mean?
And it sounds like you probably had a big old dick. Like, I just don't know. I might have would have tried him once.
Exactly.
During the daytime.
During the day. If he had told me the truth, but I was challenging him every day except for the days I worked, and he couldn't do it.
That's a little scary. I think that's a big one. Like the trust factor would be huge for me. Huge. So I don't know how I would make out with online dating. My trust would be on 1,000. I'd probably pay somebody to do a background check on them.
Investigating folks.
Yeah. I don't feel real comfortable with people, period. It takes a while for me to break. I'm just like stuck in my ways. So meeting that doesn't float well with me, really. Especially if you go online, you hide something, fucker. I'm telling you,
you fucking hide something. You fucking hide something.
Yeah. I'm not gonna have nobody, Mel. That's gonna be,
you gonna be single? What you gonna do, Aisha? What you gonna do, Aisha? You gonna be single?
Ooh, I don't know if I could survive out there. I think I would be just as conscious and worried about so many little things that I don't feel like I could really let my guard down.
Right.
To like get the best experience out of online dating. I'd be asking all kinds of questions the first day.
And they gonna run from you. They gonna say,
exactly. I'll mess it all the way up.
Ask you not coming up here, and your dad's not gonna know where I live at. Oh,
right.
Yeah, you live in New Jersey? No, I don't live in no New Jersey. Who told you I live in New Jersey? I live in Maryland. What you talking about? You can't come here. No, we ain't never gonna hook up. We gonna be talking.
We never gonna hook up. That motherfucker told me to bring the pussy and the fish. I was done. I was like, oh, I'm done. I can't take it.
Why you online trying to get somebody when you come in all ratchet like that?
Ratchet. And he didn't think it was ratchet. He actually was trying to convince.
Serious. He had some big cojones to go out and ask for that.
But to be honest, what happens is, and then this segues into my next thing, I think men think that by the time a woman gets to online dating, we're desperate.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, are we? Because we all desperate. Because I'm not about to be the only single bitch on here tonight. This desperate. Are we all desperate tonight?
Yes, yes, because you
If
know
we're
what?
all
Because
single.
nobody wants to be single. If you think about it, somebody, even if you got choice, you want to have somebody a side pocket, a side piece, or some shit. You want to have a piece of potato chip. Somebody playing
She
something.
said tater chip.
You want to have something that you can say. If I want to fuck with you, I want to fuck with you. You want to have options, you know. And if you got it from the online dating, you want to have it. I don't know if that makes you desperate or make me desperate or make Aisha desperate. But hell, we want to have options. And
But how do you look when you're dealing with the ratchetness? Because you know, online dating, there's a lot of ratchetness. I'm gonna give you another example of something that I thought was interesting. So I was online dating. Well, one of my homegirls I worked with back in the day, this wasn't even that long ago. We were working together at a hospital, and she was online dating too. We're about the same age. And she went to meet this guy who had told her he was a certain age. Now, you know, when you're online dating, I'm gonna let you guys in on the secret. If a guy tells you he's 5'6", he's really 5'3" or 5'4". If he tells you he's 6 feet tall, he's 5'9" or 5'10", right? He's always adding inches. So if he tells you his dick is
everywhere,
is that inches everywhere. So she goes to this place and she meets this guy, and he's in the bar. They decide to go meet in the bar. And she comes back the next day and she says she walked up and he was sitting on the bar stool with his feet just swinging.
oh God.
Lord have mercy.
Swinging off the, she said he couldn't have been more than 5 feet tall.
No. Oh
No, he couldn't have been. So I had a guy that I met online. He came in, you know, now we met, I personally like to meet. I didn't want to meet him anywhere but at my house. He's never, ever come back to my house again. Thank you, Jesus. Lord, have mercy. Anyway, I had him meet me at my house because I got cameras everywhere. So he comes to the house and, you know, me and my mouth, he could have killed me right there and tied me up, duct taped me and all kind of shit. But I said, you ain't 5'11". He said, come in, and put my head right here. Right now I'm 4'11". There's no way there's this much distance, you know,
no.
between me and his head.
No.
The man wasn't no more than 5'5", 5'6", 5'7", but everybody's taller than me, right?
Yeah.
But he tried to pretend that he was taller. Deception. What do you do in a case like that? How do you go on a date with a guy and y'all single now?
Okay.
He tells you he's taller than he is. He's got his shirt open and his hairy chest is showing, and he's got like a gold chain, like he's a gigolo, and he's got cowboy boots on. I'm telling you, this is the shit that really happened. I can't make this shit up.
Lord.
How do you deal with that? How would you deal with that, Aisha?
I'm a little confrontational. So
Not a little.
I mean, I am, and I try so hard not to be, you know, in a tactful way, but I don't think that I would like overlook it and just not say anything. I wouldn't be like rude or mean about it, but in a casual, maybe joking way, just because that's my personality, I would have to say something. Like, I'm not just gonna pretend like it's fine. And you didn't
look at a little
me.
gigolo-ish.
You're right. And we looking eye to eye. No, sir, it's not gonna happen. Taco meat hanging out. Nope.
Taco meat.
What do you think, Kim? A guy lies to you and says he's taller than you by a whole foot or more, and then he shows up and he's your height, and that's a pet peeve for you.
Yeah.
Besides that, he looks broke down.
Yeah, I'm an Austin and I can't do it. It'll be.
I'm an Austin, I can't do it.
No,
Kimmy, no.
I have a bad thing, and I tell people that my face speaks before I open my mouth, and it would
Me too.
immediately that this is going to end quickly. We're not even gonna have a goddamn appetizer because I'm gonna be out of here. Why do you have that bush hanging out your damn shirt? I'm gonna keep looking at that and that damn ready for the world chain hanging down like that. I'm gonna be so turned off. He can't get a word in edgewise. I'm out of there. You know what I mean? I can't. I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna give him the look. all of this is gonna be looking like you're fucked up. That's what's gonna be like. It's gonna be like
She's stuck in the dating
it's
matrix.
gonna be a Star Trek moment. You're fucked up. You know what I mean? And then from that point on, I will say something. I will be like, you need to really go back to your profile, because I know how I am. I will start getting more analytical. You need to go back to your profile so you can get the person that you want. Tell the truth, put the right shit on there. But you didn't come like I thought you were gonna come. Because and I'll pull up my phone. Your description said,
Yes.
I mean, I truly was like, you're not 5 foot such and such and such and such. And he thought he thought he was at my house. He was gonna get some pussy. He just did not know me. I was like, because I'm very particular.
Yeah.
No.
Do that. Lies mean that you lied about a whole bunch of shit.
Right. That's where my head goes immediately.
Yeah.
I'm like, what else did you lie about, or could
Right.
you lie about? So the trust is just always gonna be jacked up.
Exactly. That's the truth. What do you guys think about? So I'm dating with intention. Like, if you don't have what I need, I cut you off right away. I don't have time.
Yeah,
you know, if you're not. What do you think about dating with intention? Do you think you too quickly rule out people? Like, I mean, I know for me, I'm very short-tempered, short-natured. It's like, oh, really? Okay, well, you say the wrong thing and I'm done with you and I won't answer your calls again.
Yeah, you said.
What do you think about?
You said pretend single, right?
No. Right now, your husband's giving you a pass. You're single.
I'm single.
You're single.
I think if I was 30 years younger, I probably have more tolerance. I'm 30 years older. I have no fucking tolerance whatsoever.
I know that's right.
None whatsoever. I'm not trying to baby your ass. I'm not trying to raise your ass. And if I don't like you, I'm not trying to fuck with your ass. That's what it is going to
be. Keep it all the way 100.
No, I can't. I'm not going to do it. I can't do it. I couldn't do it. It's no around with me.
At the risk of being single, like, is that okay?
There's dildos. I don't need that.
I know that's right. Girl, let me go and get mine out right now to show it to y'all.
Yeah, I saw a real cute one online the other day. It was all sparkly and pink and stuff. I got a husband, but you know what? But you think I would have to deal with bullshit to have a heartbeat? Hell, they got heartbeats and dildos. I don't need that shit.
Heartbeats and dildos.
I'm a self-made person. I don't really need that bullshit. You coming? You gonna give me a headache? And
I know that's right. What do you think, Aisha, when dating with intention, do you feel like, how do you feel about that? Can you put up with this?
Necessary. I think that younger me was also a little more tolerant of stuff. Like, I would have hung around and overlooked this and that. I would have been in that, we've been talking for X amount of time. I've invested, 6 months or whatever. Let's see where it goes. Mm-hmm. I done been around the block a little while. I'm like, no, we ain't wasting no damn time.
So with that, dating online, is there a 30-day rule, 90-day rule, 60-day rule? What's the rule?
When you say rule,
is there a rule? A sexual rule.
A sexual rule?
Yeah, you're single now. You're single.
I think at this age, you don't have really any rules like that, because that's just like some bullshit you put together when you're younger to just give yourself like this imaginary fucking back. You know what I mean? But in the real
you
world,
fucking when you want to fuck. That's what you're saying.
They're not gonna, because you don't really care what anybody else thinks. That's not, you don't live for other people, so you don't really care. Back in the day, you probably cared about what somebody thought because they was in your business. Well, nobody gonna be in my fucking business anyway. And if you ask, I'll tell you. So, I mean, I really don't care. I'm not putting no rules on it. If something happens and we're attracted, it's just like, oh, well, I put a post out there about that. Did you see that post I put out there about? I can mean that. Like, if I was single, I mean that. I can't be judged by what somebody else thinks. If I want to fuck you, I'll fuck you. If I don't, you just goodbye. I don't really care.
Right. Right.
I think that's a younger, but they ain't even a younger mentality. I don't know what they.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's nobody's mentality anymore. Yeah. I think there's a difference though. See, what we consider dating is different than what the young people consider dating. They hooking up.
Are they dating?
No, they're not. They're hooking up. And if they've seen each other 3 or more times, that's kind of dating. But hooking up is what they're usually doing. Like that guy calling me about that salmon, that's some hookup type shit.
Yeah,
That
that's
wasn't no date. That would have never evolved into a relationship. So you know what I mean? He wanted me to bring the pussy and the fish.
but you make
Like,
you make a valid point, because I'm sure you know lots of women like this though. There's so many women that's so intentional that
mhm.
they can't get past the 30-day, the 90-day, the 180-day mark, because they're so set to have somebody, you know what I mean? And
Mhm.
having that, I think you kind of almost miss out on just free flowing and knowing that if something happens, you have control over that, and you miss out. So maybe online dating is for the person that's probably a little bit more free hearted, you know what I mean? And not, you don't have the expectation that you're really going to have a relationship, and it migrates into a relationship. Not that you lower your standards, but you don't put all the, I guess, the stipulations on it that it has to be, we have to be here at A, it has to be at this mile mark, at heat C, B and D.
Right.
I think at this age, if I was single, I wouldn't be putting all those mile markers, because at the end of the day, I would be happy with being by myself. It has nothing to do with sexual, you know what I mean, at all, because there's all kind of things you can do to please yourself, you know what I mean?
And not even if you're not just fully dating. I mean, listen, I'm single all the way 100%. We ain't even pretending on this thing. And there's plenty of sex going around here. You don't have to. I mean, yes, I love my little toy. It's a plug-in, and it ain't pink. It's like white, the whole 9 yards. It gotta be a plug-in though. Gotta be. She came talking about, oh, it's so cute. I'm like, no, this motherfucker got a hum. he got a blow. But okay, so online dating has a stigma attached to it. Aisha, you just broke up with your guy.
Okay.
Now, you're busy. You're a busy single mom. God forbid that ever happened, because them girls gonna run your ass crazy.
I know that's right.
I know that won't happen.
Daddy.
I know that won't happen, but I'm just saying. So for now, you're single. What are you doing? How do you online date with young children?
Oh my goodness, I would be as upfront about that as I possibly could, with the intention of, like we're talking about, and being intentional before, with the intention of attracting the right type of person. So all of the people who would be turned off by me, talking about the stuff that I do with them, or, talking about them or whatever, those aren't the people that I would even be looking for. So I'm going to put it out there right from the gate. Like, this is what I'm into. This is who I'm looking for. And if they are like not checking the boxes, they ain't gonna get to this box.
Do you? Go girl. But are you more sexualized? Are you sexualized? Because I find that when you're a mother and you're online dating, you feel the need to be more sexual. What do you think? Are you more sexualized? Are you feeling like, I need to put less emphasis on the kids and what's going on in my life, and more emphasis on the woman in me? How do you feel about that?
It would be a balance. Like, I don't think that I would.
You lying. Look, she lying.
No, not at all. Let me tell you what I mean.
I'm telling you, because I'm there.
Okay. I would be okay. I wouldn't be making hasty decisions, or whatever the case may be, just out of loneliness, because I have a couple of friends who are in that situation. One of them is going through a whole bunch of mess, just constantly chasing every possible contender, just because of the fear of, I don't want to be, alone. I don't want to be lonely. I don't want her to not have a potential stepdaddy and all that kind of stuff. Like, I'm not in that space. I wouldn't necessarily be throwing it around. I'll be good. I know how to make sure I'm good.
Okay, girl, go ahead, Aisha.
I think that you make a valid point, Aisha, because when my kids was little, I went through a gap when I was single for several years with them, and they were little people too, probably around your children's age. I think the biggest thing that I always found, I didn't have any online dating shit. That wasn't even available. I don't think that was going on.
Barely.
That was, I think, you know, I'm not decrepit or nothing, but you know, that shit was.
No, they had online dating. It was the 900 numbers.
They had like probably 2 apps out, but there wasn't no app. It was probably, you just had to go to the computer or something. I don't know.
Right.
But, you know, I was really cautious too. You know what I mean? First and foremost, you couldn't meet my kids at all. That was not happening. You know,
Absolutely.
Mhm.
that wasn't happening, you know, but you still wanted to have, you know, you wanted to have a sexual life. You wanted to have something that said, I'm a vibrant woman. You know what I mean?
Right.
Mhm.
You know that, and I see what Ramel is saying is, what is the mix and balance you have? You know, it's hard when they little like that because you say, I've got to protect them. You know what I mean? I'm their all in all. You know, so I
Mhm.
can't let nobody come here. I don't want to go to prison because I'm.
And they don't want to see Mama legs thrown behind her ears in her room, be like, oh,
You got to be careful on everything because they like little sponges. They, you know, they
Yep.
everything. That's why you could never come to my house because I'm not even going. We're not even going to tempt that because I don't want to kill you too. You know, it's just,
oh.
you know, we not gonna play around with my little ones, but you know, it's okay. You
Mhm.
still want a life. You know what I mean? You still want a life. I mean, if I had to go online and I had little people now, I probably would be paranoid. To like, what's your social?
You gotta look them up.
I know that's right.
Oh, before when they gave me their name, I've been on every site looking and then I'll show them. Is this your family members? Because I just want to make sure. They said that this one was a killer, and this one was this. You know, are you related to this person? Just want to make sure before we go out. You know,
Right.
You
I
know,
mean, that's something you definitely have to do is look people up. I
Mhm.
definitely agree. More than ever now, because you know, I see that duct tape, them scissors, and some chains in the back of your damn car in the trash bag. Buddy, we're not going nowhere. We're riding in my car tonight.
I know that's right.
think about it.
Notice
like,
we not leaving. We riding in my car.
Ride in my car, and I got something for your ass if you ask.
Yes,
us,
that's
you know?
right.
But you
Act up
think
if you
about
want
it,
to.
human trafficking, that's a huge one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Human trafficking is a huge one. So, you know, that's like, I'm not trying to have you take my ass somewhere. Because when they say they get me to the warehouse or something, that bitch too old. Why you bring her here? I thought where the younger version at? That's the girl that popped up for the online date. That's why I brought her here. Like, no.
So
But,
your fantasy online date, Kim, who's that? Who's your online fantasy date?
it's just, I don't know, because I mean, I like all kinds of people.
Okay, you single. Now stop playing.
I
You
am.
hanging there.
Oh,
You single now, girl. You got to get them needs met. Who's your online date? Come on now. I know I got one right. I got 3 off the rip.
you got 3?
Yes, baby. Come on now. Who do you just give me one?
I guess because I haven't been thinking about that.
You've been married too goddamn long. Ain't no way you ain't thought about it.
I really don't pay attention to that, but I'm just thinking what I look at on TV, who I think is like,
Okay, give me somebody on TV.
like somebody that's super fine, like, well, I used to say Matthew McConaughey was really fine before he took all these roles and made himself look like a crackhead.
Oh yeah.
You know, I used to think he was so fine, and now he looked like a crackhead. And then, you know, of course, Idris Elba, oh my God, Lord, who don't love him? You know what I mean? That would be like my ultimate fantasy date. I would say probably those 2. I can't think of nobody else really.
Oh, how about you, Aisha? You single now? Tell Alex to act like he can't hear this.
I know, right? He's off somewhere with the kids anyway. I don't know if I have any names. Definitely.
Girl, don't play with me. We are women. You better come up with somebody.
Let me see. I would say somebody like what is his name? Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to look it up. I know what shows he's been on. Hold on, let me see. Jesse Williams.
Oh yeah, yes,
yes.
he's cute. He's got a nice body.
Yeah, him. Yeah, definitely him.
Yeah, he could ring a bell or two.
Okay.
I'm
I'm gonna tell y'all mine.
too.
Ooh. Anyway, okay, so of course Idris Alba, he just looks like he can put that shit down with that London accent and everything. But you know who I really think is fine?
Who?
Leanne Rhymes' husband, Eddie Cipriani. That motherfucker is
He
fine. And he look like he get down with the swirl.
Oh my God.
That's the swirl man.
Oh my God. When he look at you with them eyes and
Watch
that
out, Leanne.
yeah, Mel, you hit it on, but yeah.
Oh, he is so fine. I can see him.
Yeah, you hit
I
it
can
on there.
Now, them some old swinging from the back balls I would deal with.
I was just about to say he has aged
Don't
so
do it.
nicely. I
Yeah.
love his salt and pepper.
I love it. And he's very charismatic.
Mhm.
That's what I like about him.
Yeah.
So online dating, that's where I'd go. But I'm finding ratchet motherfuckers left and right. It's motherfuckers that, girl, showing you they got the dingy white t-shirt that's all stretched out. It's like a tank top and belly. It's a bad situation. It's very bad. You guys should be lucky that you should feel lucky that you have
I count my little blessings every day.
you count them, honey, because this dating life is not for the faint of heart.
I count my blessings because I have no patience whatsoever, and I don't want to go to prison. I really don't. I have short patience. I don't really want to be arguing with nobody. And then I'm just, Mel, you probably the same way too. We around the same age. You get stuck in your ways. You don't want to be
very stuck in your ways.
Bullshit.
Very.
You know what I mean? Bullshit. I want to go to sleep when I want to go to sleep. Don't be calling my house at this strange time. I don't want to talk for 4 hours at night. I don't want to be entertained. You know what I mean? All that stuff. I'm just so past that. You be like, I don't want to deal with her, but she is just.
Well, a lot of times the guys are out here, even though they're on these websites acting like they're looking for love, but they're really just looking for a hookup, which we have to be cognizant of.
Right,
If we're on we as single women have to know the difference between hooking up and dating. Do you know the difference, Aisha?
Because I ain't been out in them streets in a minute.
Oh, you single, honey? You forgot you single? You better act like you know. You single. What's the difference?
When you start implicating anything sexual, then
that's a hookup.
It's a hookup. It's a hookup. Because most people who really want to have a relationship, they kind of tread lightly before talking about anything sexual because they don't know how you're going to take them. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. You go straight for the cabal, you already putting it out there. You might just say, damn, you are sexy as hell. I mean, you got this, your body is banging or something like that. You are leading into, I'm ready to up. That's basically what you're saying. If you start asking more things about your personality and things like that, that's a different direction. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Well, men are definitely more attracted. They definitely pay more attention to the physical, even on dating sites, even in person and on dating sites. So you have to be aware of their intention.
Right.
Because it can be different. We might be looking for husbands, but they're looking for regular pussy. You know what I mean? Consistency. They're looking to fuck every day.
That's crazy. Like, what the hell? Shit.
Well, I mean, that's what they're doing.
It's real out there.
So I thank you ladies for playing along tonight. It's been kind of fun, just getting to not being the only single woman on this, but I'm going to just say this, and I'm going to kick it back to you, Kim. I'm going to say being single in 2021 is not easy, especially if you're older or more mature. I mean, even young, it's not easy because there's security issues you have to consider. It's emotional issues because women are very emotional creatures, and some men can just hook up and they walk in the door and be like, "Oh, you're so beautiful," and it feels good for a moment. But what about when he don't call you and he thought about it was just a hookup? You should have just gone and got paid. You probably would have been better off. And then, so we think about that, and then we also think about in the future. We've got these people out here saying we're going to die alone if we don't accept some of the things that even men that are doing online dating, throw our way. You're going to die alone. So here's the guy that walks through the door and tells me he's 6 feet tall, but he's only 5'7". And I'm expected that I should submit.
Mhm.
I don't like that shit. That's not gonna work for me. That's not gonna work. So I probably will die alone, but I'm okay with that because I'm gonna die happy. My vibrator gonna be right
I
here.
know
y'all,
that's
so
right.
You're not gonna die alone, and you always gonna be happy because happiness is a choice.
it really truly is.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna say. I'm not saying I'm dying sad, and I'm not gonna say I'm dying unfulfilled. I say I might not die with nobody next to me.
That's
That
we
and,
all
and-
we all going alone, dying. So that's
right.
you know what I mean? And some
That's
people
true.
in marriages they need to get out of and maybe go get on an online app. So you know what I mean,
To
really,
find some peace and happiness.
find some peace and happiness, love and happiness.
Love and happiness. Oh, I love that. Something make you do wrong.
You know that.
Anyway, I've enjoyed this conversation with you.
Yes.
Yeah, this was awesome. This was awesome. I mean, I think we hit on a lot of points.
Mhm.
Online dating is, not for everybody, but it's for a lot of people. You know what I mean? This is what we have come to at this 2021 COVID new lifestyle. Because I said COVID is the new.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? That's never going to change. It doesn't. It's a virus. It's never going to change. So we're going to be doing some other online things to meet people and because that has to keep going on. We can't shut down civilization because of a pandemic, but unfortunately you got to go through the frogs, the creatures to get to
The crabs and everything else.
Oh, I done kissed a lot of frogs.
I mean, hey, the biggest thing is, I hope all the people that are listening to this episode will feel, take your choice and do what you have to do to feel comfortable.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because
Be safe and date. I think online dating is an option that we should exercise, but we need to exercise it with caution and intention. Caution and intention.
I think we should have a follow-up with this one because you know why I say this, Mel? I think we should have a follow-up and have some guests on here who can tell us some more experiences and maybe we can come back with some more data to see what apps have like the highest percentage of
I can tell you.
So
apps like Match and eHarmony, they use artificial intelligence of some sort to figure out and they use this there's an algorithm that they use to link people. And I don't know what kind of algorithm they use to link me, but I be seeing old fat white men. And I be like, that's not the type of man I would normally go for. What the
Take
fuck?
that out my algorithm.
That's wrong. It's way wrong.
Oh, what do you think?
But then, other apps like Zeus and OkCupid and Down. This is an app called Down. That already tells you what's going on right there. Down. Face down, ass up. Let's go. But, so there are other apps like that are more for hookups. They say they're not for hookups, but I think it's important that we know, some of the apps you have to pay for, you have to be very, very careful because you'll pay for a membership and you still get a bunch of frogs. I mean, I've been on Match.
Pay for that? It's not free.
Oh yeah, Match and eHarmony you pay. Tinder, no, I don't think you have to pay for Tinder. But Plenty of Fish you don't have to pay for. But you can pay all of these apps. You can pay for a better membership where you can do things like communicate. But I just feel like when I go on there, like I've had a picture up on a bunch of sites at different times, and I just feel desperate, and I'm not desperate. You know what I mean? It just feels desperate when you pay. She said, "Oh no, it just feels desperate when you pay." So I'm just like, I wouldn't need free shit because you can't catch me.
I disagree.
I think like with anything, you pay for what you pay for. You know what? You open up the key to the membership. So down here, just like with anything, you get the free one. Like, you know how you get your credit report, the free credit report?
And it's usually pretty lengthy.
Yeah.
It's annually. You get it once a year.
Once a year. you need to be looking at that shit every 3 months, but you need to go pay for that because guess what? Somebody been throwing shit up on your credit. You don't know what's going on. So you would have had that membership, they would have sent you alerts and you would have known. So you ain't paid for it. You ain't get what you get. Just like with dating.
Agreed.
Cream of the crop was up here in the payment one. The bottom feeders is down here. That's the one you get. Like,
no, I'm not saying they should. I'm not saying they shouldn't pay. I'm saying I don't want to pay.
No, they know. They say you need to pay.
It's too many sites. It's Tinder, eHarmony, Match, all these sites that like, girl, do you know I've been a pay for a whole husband.
Saying, like, I mean, what? I mean, I'm saying, like, some way that, I mean, you can't even say, okay, are you ranked the number 5 or you ranked the number 4? Which one is the better one? Which one you know is going to work for you? Like, can we have
don't.
That's
You
what I'm
don't.
saying.
Throw it out
That's
there and see what
crazy.
happens.
That's crazy. Like she said, you can have 12 goddamn memberships. And
Exactly.
get some, that's a lot of money. Hell, that could be a car payment. Like,
It is a car payment, and that's why I don't do it, because it feels like it smells like desperation and taste. It's very distasteful. So,
I don't think it's distasteful. I just think that's what society.
I want them to pay. I want them to pay to be able to get in contact with me, and that's just where I'm at. Because I don't want to pay because a lot of times these motherfuckers be on the bullshit. They be lying, girl. Their whole life is a lie. But
see, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Well, they gonna make up something. Then I had to pay $9.99 a month for you. You know what I mean?
it ain't no $9.99. eHarmony is like $49.
What? Oh no! You know what I could do with that?
Right.
No.
Times 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 sites. That's a lot.
That's a lot of money.
Some of them are $29.99. Oh, it's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. I'd be all having heartburn over paying $29.99 for Campbell just to make posters. You know, you think I want to pay that? Oh hell no. No. Yeah. That's go to old.
I have to tell y'all something.
Go to the mall and find somebody, or go to the church and find one.
Get you a church boo.
No, you don't want to do that because I mean I have to say that. I don't want to open up that can. Maybe we need to do it.
This has been my boyfriend for the last 10 years. You hear me?
That's right. Got that plug in. You got
His name is Kevin. Hi, honey. I'm just introducing you to friends.
I got a brother named Kevin. You know that. That is too funny.
That's been my boyfriend, and it's my boyfriend, and he does me better than anybody can. So if you can't do better than Kevin, you ain't about to. I'm not about to pay no $29.99.
Kevin not about to ask you to bring the fish.
Exactly. He ain't about to ask me to bring no fish.
Yeah,
Show up at your house and bring the fish.
That's
No,
that's a little crazy. But it's been an awesome episode. You know, as usual. We have the, excuse me, I got tongue tied. As usual, we have the best conversation. And tonight, we just laid it all out. Do you want to date online? Damn, you don't have a choice. You got to go online. You're not going to go meet anybody in person because this is the way things are now, you know. And ultimately, if you can't find a date, you know what? Don't feel bad about it. Get a dildo or something like that. I'm playing.
Girl, I'm rocking with it.
I'm joking. But ultimately, you know, everybody wants companionship, you know, but it's your choice on how you choose your companionship. If you want to do online dating, there's trillions of options. As Mel has said, trillions of options. Just remember, you will need your credit or debit card to stay competitive in the options. So I will also say that maybe you need to get more friends that you can hook up like the old way. We said, girl, I got a brother that is cool. Why we don't do that shit anymore? What happened to that type of life? That's gone forever.
It seems like it though. I don't think people are friends and stuff. Yeah,
people don't do that anymore.
If we can bring that back, I'd be real happy right now.
You know what I think it is? I mean, and I'm not belaboring this, but I think it's because we are forward on social media and telling everything, but we really are not forward in telling what we really need. Because honestly, we used to have conversations like this.
Yeah.
So, hey, you know what? I got a cousin who or my friend right here, he's single or something. People don't even talk like that anymore. So Can we get back to that? If we get back to that, I'm putting it out there. Can we get back to that?
I'd like it. Look, I'm the only real single one on here. I'd like it.
Only one single. Send a message in the DM. If I know you and you know me, and you probably know Mel, you probably said, "Damn, you ain't no single." Send a message, because look, guess what, Mel? They probably didn't know you were single. They were sitting there assuming something else, and you know what I mean? Because we don't talk. We do not talk.
Call me before your balls hang down in here. Let's get together.
And they got 5 more years, and 5 more years, their balls will be hanging down to their knees. So hurry, hurry, hurry! Send the message in the DM.
Step right up.
But again, we had an awesome episode tonight, and you know, again, join us next Sunday, where we'll be continuing to the next hot topic. We'll be back on the porch, keeping it real as we always do, and join us on our social media pages. Let's Chit Chat Sis is on Instagram and Facebook, where we have the realest conversation that Monday through Friday, 7 days a week. I'm just saying any old thing right now, but we had the realest conversation. Well, I know, I'm like, you know, I'm saying anything, because this conversation really took me in a whole different direction. But we had a realest conversation. But ultimately, what I really want to say is, we are never here to offend. We are always here to empower and to uplift. So I hope you guys got a lot from this episode, because I know it's a lot of single ladies out here who want to meet a partner, and take it as it is. You know what? Online dating is real. It is where we're going. It's AI. It's what the future is. But I'm going to throw it out there again. If you know me, you know Mel, you know Aisha, DM us, because you know what? Mel is single. So you know what?
We're gonna get you a boo.
We're gonna get, so we can all have another conversation.
And I don't want to bring the fish.
You don't want to bring the fish.
Don't even step to her like that.
That's
No,
right.
don't do it.
Don't do it.
Keep it real. So again, I'm your host, Kimmy, and I have my co-host Aisha and Ramel with us tonight. So y'all ladies say good night, close it out.
Good night.
Good night, guys. Thank you.
Thanks for
joining
listening.
us.